Assalamu alaikum, dear students. As you know, the name of our chapter is Post-Modern Period 200 BC to 300 AD, in which we read about the Sangam literature, the early South Indian kingdoms, the Indo-Greeks. We also talked about the Pandavas, the Cheras, their life, their administration, their trade, their religion. And we also talked about the Pahalwas, the Kushanas, their trade, religion. And in our previous lecture, we talked about the Satavanas. Today, we have to study a new topic, and our new topic is post-modern period. Today, we will discuss about the spread of Buddhism. But first of all, dear students, as you know, we were talking about in our previous lecture, we talked about the Satavanas, and we also talked about their kings, their kingdom, their greatest king, their founder king. We also talked about their trade and their trade relationships. And today we have to first of all discuss their religion. Then we will also talk about the spread of Buddhism, how it spreaded to the world and where from it originated. We also talked about the Buddhism in the previous chapter, but here we will have a short notes on the spread of Buddhism. First of all, we will talk about the religion of Satavanas or the Andhra kings. Andhra kings were the followers of Hinduism. That means directly it is very much clear for we people that the Satavanas or the Andhra kings were the followers of Hinduism. They worshipped Lord Vishnu and Krishna. However, this was also the time when Hinduism was undergoing many changes. Hinduism was undergoing many changes. Shaivism and Vaishnavism, which had appeared in the South India, had also spread to the Andhra territory. That means these are two philosophical points of Hinduism, of which different schools of Hinduism have come into being, and these two are Shaivism and Vaishnavism. These appeared in South India and have separated to the Andhra territory. Hinduism was changing from complex religion to simple religion, and now it is very easy to understand from complex to simple religion. As you know, we talked in our previous chapter that Hinduism was in such a language, that is Sanskrit, which was not easily understood by the common people and common masses. And we also talked in the previous chapter that Buddhism and Jainism, they became popular. They were taken by the common people because their language was common language, that's Pali. Not only this, Hinduism had the various different and rigid rituals and sacrifices, which was not easy for a common man to follow. So they changed their strategy, they changed their way from the complex to simple. In this way, that is why we are calling this period that Hinduism was going from a change, and that change was from complex to simple religion. Now we will also talk about the spread of Buddhism, which is our main topic today. Buddhism began to spread to the south of the place of its origin in northern India, like as Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, and other southern East Asian countries. Dear students, as you know, in our previous chapters, we talked about the Buddhism, and Jainism that it got its origin in the Bihar somewhere. That means when we are talking about the southern India, basically India at that time was India, Pakistan, and 2 3 other countries, and all these countries were called India. Now, when we are talking about this, it has separated to the southern India, southern parts. That means those countries which came in the southern side of India, like Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, and other southern East Asian countries. Not only this, it also moved northwards into the Himalayan kingdom, that is Sikkim, Bhutan, Nepal, Tibet, Mongolia, and other parts of Central Asia, and also into China, Korea, and Japan. During the early centuries of Christian era, Buddhism spread to the Afghanistan and Pakistan also. Now, if you will think that Pakistan and Afghanistan at today are purely Muslim states, yes, you are right. But we are talking about the thousands and thousands years ago. At that time, Afghanistan was the center of Buddhism. For this very purpose, the colossal statue of the Buddha at Bamiyan, destroyed in 2001 by the Taliban, is a testimony to the importance of Buddhism in this region. That means the statue of Buddha at बेमियान इज ए टेस्टिमोनी. इन अदर वर्ड्स, अगर मैं आपको उर्दू में कहूँ तो वो एक गवाही, वो स्टेचू एक गवाही इस बात की देता है दैट अफगानिस्तान was at any point of time the center of Buddhism. Now, when we are talking about it, to spread any policy, any religion, or anything, or you need a mass education. For this very purposes, you need financial support. And for financial support, at that moment, it can be done only at the government level. And in this way, when we are talking about the government level, then the man Ashoka, of whom we also discussed in the previous chapters, that he even sent his own daughter and brother to the daughter, and son to the different parts of the world for the purpose of spreading Buddhism. And in this way, Ashoka sent missionaries to the northern part of India, that is present day Pakistan and Afghanistan. Now, merchants from Central Asia came into this region and also accepted Buddhism as their religion. Buddhism made its way through the Silk Route and was also introduced in China. Buddhism also spread to the countries of Southeast Asia. Thank you. This was a short topic. With this, we completed our chapter, and inshallah on Wednesday we will start a new chapter.